what he said, very colorfully. You were essentially asked to leave because things were made so difficult for you. So you want to just talk a little about that story?
Yes, well, when it was apparent, it was the day the emergency was declared. And this is a story told by Indra Gujaral. Indra, of course, went on to be Prime Minister of India. And he told me this story, and it's all written down in a book I wrote. He said that Muhammad Yunus called him in. Muhammad Yunus was a person who was very, very close to Indira Gandhi, a member of her kitchen cabinet, very, very close to her. And he said to Gujaral, he said, you get hold of Mark Tully, take his trousers down, give him a good beating, and then put him in prison. And Gujaral said, well, what on earth are you talking about? He said that Mark Tully has said that Jagjeevan Ram has resigned. Now, Jagjeevan Ram was then a very leading member of Mrs. Gandhi's cabinet. And of course, it was important that Mrs. Gandhi's cabinet should have stayed together when the emergency was declared. Gujaral went and checked with the All India Radio monitoring, and he found that Mark Tully had never said this. So he came back and he went direct to Mrs. Gandhi rather than going to Yunus. And he told Mrs. Gandhi what Yunus had said. And then he said, well, I can't do this. A, because it's the Home Minister's job to do this sort of thing. And B, because
take your trousers down and beat you? No.
Well, apparently he thought it was. But also, he hasn't said it. So I was spared in that way. Otherwise, I could have been in jail.
Yeah. In these 45 years, you've said India has been not a failing state, but a flailing state. What do you mean?
Well, that's actually said by a World Bank economist. What I mean is this, that the Indian government, the Indian administrative system, has not been able to deliver on the ground. That's why I have written and spoken about what I think is one of the fundamental problems of India, which is bad governance, inefficient governance, corrupt governance, governance that does not deliver. And if you look at the United Nations Human Development figures, you find that a country like, I wrote this only the other week, you find that a country like Bangladesh has some better indices that India does. And I can remember in 1971 to 75, at the time Sheikh Mujib was in power, and I can remember that Bangladesh was basically a broken country, broken by the civil war. Now, if a country like Bangladesh can come up like that, why can't India? I believe it is because it's a flailing state and because the standard of governance, the standard of delivery by the government, particularly at the grassroots level, is so inefficient and ineffective.
How much do you blame the politicians?
I blame them a lot because I think that they should have reformed the administrative system. After all, we all know, and it's written time and time again, that this administrative system, and particularly this police system, who are so important in efficient or in the delivery of services, was bequeathed by the British. And it is a British Raj system.